you're struggling to land copywriting clients, or you're just about to start outreaching, or you just aren't sure how to land that first client, there's one thing that if you screw up, you're never going to land a client. So if you don't know me, my name is Brandon Story, and over the past few years, I've been a freelance copywriter full-time, made over $630,000 in profit. I've coached personally one-on-one 75 copywriting students. I've had over 500 students in my copywriting courses. And I've spoken to hundreds of different and thousands of different copywriters as beginners about what's working and what doesn't work to land clients. And there's one thing that if you get this thing wrong, you'll never land a client, and you'll never hit $5,000 a month. You'll never hit $10,000 a month. So what's that one thing? That one thing is very simple, and it's not writing good copy. Yes, you need to write good copy. You need to know how to write good copy. If your copy sucks, good luck landing clients. That's not what I'm talking about in this video. Like, yes, if you want to go land copywriting clients, like go learn copywriting first. Like there's so much free information. There's so many cheap books. There's so many cheap courses. I got a $22 course below you can go through if you want to get there. If you're not making $1,000 a month yet, go get the course or go read more copywriting books and practice. But if you're wanting to really like get that first client, get that second client, third client, and actually not just like cheap clients, but like $1,000 contracts, $3,000 contracts. I've made as much as $8,300 a month from a single copywriting client. If you're trying to make that kind of money, where you're making freedom money, 10K a month numbers, this is the one thing that most copywriters miss. It's proof. If you aren't outreaching with any sort of proof in your hands, you are wasting your time, and you are going to waste weeks and months and potentially years. I've seen guys trying to become a 10K a month copywriter, and like they're still not making $500 to $1,000 a month after years. So what do I mean by proof? I mean, you need to go in front of somebody and give them a reason why they should even have that conversation with you, why they should even reply to anything you have to say to them. Because if you don't do this quick, boom, they're gone in a second. Archive, delete, spam, they're going to mark you and set you up, and you're never going to talk to them again. And you're going to be stuck in this hamster wheel of constantly trying to outreach to another 10, 100 people. This guy just says, oh, you just need to DM more people. This guy over here says you just need to cold email more people. This guy here says you need to use an automation tool. This guy says you should be using AI to outreach. This guy says you need to work on your portfolio. This guy says you should build your website. This guy says you need to make a better offer. Like all these crazy woo-woo things, this stuff doesn't matter at all. What actually matters is that when you show up to somebody online and try to land them as a copywriting client, you demonstrate as quickly as possible that you can help them make more money. That's it. And if you can't demonstrate that at all, you won't make money from this thing. You won't. So how do you quickly demonstrate that you actually are going to make someone money? When you say, hey bro, do you need email? Well, how much demonstration is happening there? When you say, hey man, if I could 2-3x your revenue in 16 days or your money back and I'll work for you for free three months until you do, how does that demonstrate anything? If you just outreach to more people and send the same spammy, scammy outreaches and you just send 100 more, how does that demonstrate any proof? If you go build your portfolio for the next 6 months, how does that demonstrate any proof of spec work? This stuff doesn't matter. Okay, so here's how you do it. I'll give you the answer. I'm not going to leave you, just like itching, just like for how to actually generate. I'm going to tell you, you have to buy my course first to do it. No, I'm just going to give you the answer right here. I don't care. This is the answer. When you don't have a portfolio, when you don't have a case study demonstrating that you've already gotten results for people and made them money, because that's the best form of proof you could have, is you actually have a case study where you show, hey, there was this company, they were struggling with their email copywriting or their sales page copywriting or their ad copywriting. They weren't generating that much money. I came in, I started writing copy. Here's some of the copy I wrote for them. And next thing you know, here's the results. They started making 20K a month extra. They increased conversions by 30%. We were able to generate more leads, more clients booked, more coaching clients, more e-commerce conversions, more whatever. And here's a video testimonial of the person saying that this is all true and you should hire me. That is the best form of proof. And the more of those you have, the more case studies you have, the better. But when you're brand new, you can't have a case study yet until you have a client. So what do you do until then to build that first case study so you can get those $1,000 a month clients? You enter the door as a consultant and you'll land them as a copywriter. You enter the door, just remember this, just like write this on the wall or something. You enter the door as a consultant and you will land them as a copywriter. Don't overthink this too much. If you want proof, you want to show proof quickly that you can make people money with copywriting, but you don't have a case study yet, you don't have a portfolio, you don't have a website, you don't have any results of anything, and you're just in the DMs and you're a stranger, and you want to quickly go from a nobody to making $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 plus per month. I've made as much as $15,800 per month. Not a millionaire copywriter, but you know what? It gives me everything I want in life and more. If you want to do that, what do? You look at their copy, you look at their website, you just spend a little bit of time demonstrating that you can see their business, what's going on, and the problems in their copywriting, and the problems in their marketing, and the problems with their headline, their websites, their emails, their call to actions, their social proof, their lack of social proof, their confusion, their walls of text, all these different parts, these different elements of their copywriting and their marketing. You write all this down. You tell them what you do to improve it. And then guess what? You go tell them these things. It's that simple. Go write up an audit for brands, go look at their stuff, tell them what they're doing wrong, and tell them how to improve it and why this matters. Explain to them, teach them, educate them, consult them. You enter the door as a consultant, you will land them as a copywriter. That's it. This isn't rocket science. This isn't rocket science. So, and you don't need to be a rocket scientist to do this. I was making $1,000 a month as a copywriter and I was stuck there for 6 months in my first year. $1,000 a month. I couldn't break through the barrier. I didn't know what the heck I was doing wrong. I was sending hundreds of cold emails, Upwork pitches, Facebook group job board pitches, like copy paste template. And I was just sending, I thought it was a volume game. I just got to send more. Nobody wants to read through 35 portfolio pieces, spec pieces, things that don't matter to them. Nobody wants to read through the same copy paste template. I was just, hey, how's it going? Do you need XYZ? Here's my portfolio. Let me know if you're interested. Nobody wants to read that. They want help. That's it. They want you to grow their business. That's it. And you can actually start growing people's businesses before you even start writing copy for them by telling them how to grow their business, giving them the right advice, educating them, giving them tips, all that stuff. And so the first time when I finally broke through that $1,000 a month barrier, I went from $1,000 a month to $5,000 a month overnight because I switched one thing up with my outreach strategy. Instead of sending spam outreaches of the same thing, templated over and over again, here's my portfolio, let me know, here's my portfolio, check it out, spam, as just high volume. Instead, I decided one time just to give it a shot, and I saw this guy on Facebook who was he actually asked for feedback for his website. He's a fitness guy. And he's like, hey, any copywriters in this Facebook group, just let me know what I should do to improve my stuff? He was asking for advice. And I was like, oh, this is probably a waste, but what else? Nothing else is working for me, so I might as well. So I go and approach the guy, look at his website. I look at all his stuff. I spent 30, 45 minutes, which seemed like a waste of time to me at the time. And I just pretended that I already got hired by the guy. And I was like, well, what would I do first to fix his stuff? Well, his headline has no outcome in it. It was just the name of the company on their website. And I was like, we don't need to know the name of your company right here. We need to know how you transform people's lives, how you give them their dream body. We need to know how you actually give people an outcome that they want. Let's talk about results, how you help people. So let's change that. You have 5 call to actions here. Let's just stick to one. You have no social proof on this website. Let's show some testimonials and some case studies and results. And here's these other things you should do. And I wrote down just everything I could look at, everything. I just wrote down all the sauce, everything I could think of. And by the way, if you go try to do this and you look at a website and you're like, I have no idea what can be improved. I don't know. How can they fix the headline? How can they fix the call to action? How can they get more signups or leads or clients or conversions? If you can't within 5 to 10 seconds see at least one thing to improve on any website or email or ad, whatever your copy specialty is, if you can't quickly see how to improve it, it proves you don't know this stuff enough, and you need to go back to the books, back to the courses, back to the coaching, and study and practice more because you're still too new. If you can't within seconds see how to improve a business's copywriting, if you don't know, it means you haven't read Adweek Copywriting enough, Adweek Copywriting Handbook. It means you haven't gone through enough courses. It means you haven't got coaching when you probably should have. And you haven't been writing copy enough and studying high-performing copy like Gary Halbert's work, and Claude Hopkins' work and John Carlton's work and Gary Bensavinga's work. If you can't quickly see how to just even do a couple things, you're toast. You're cooked. Good luck. You don't know enough. So go back to those. The funny thing is, you don't need long to get better than 95% of business owners at copywriting. Literally 30 days of just studying for 1 to 2, 3 hours a day. You're going to crush it and you're going to see things. Boom, 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 like that. So I looked at this guy's site and I saw, oh, fix this, fix that, fix your headline, fix the social proof, fix the call to action, fix this. And I looked like a crazy person, read all these tips. I messaged him in Facebook Messenger, send it off to him. And guess what happened? I go to sleep that night. I'm in Chiang Mai, Thailand, building my copywriting business up. I'm like thinking like, okay, that was probably a waste. I wake up, boom, I see a message in my Facebook Messenger. Wow, Brandon, thank you so much, dude. This is amazing. Thank you. This makes a lot of sense. All your tips make a lot of sense. This is really good advice. This is great feedback. Mind if we hop on a call? He asked me to get on a call. I never even pitched him. He asked me. He asked me to get a call. So I get on a call, first ever sales call. I was so scared. The guy wasn't scary at all. The guy was just like, hey, tell me more about what you saw on the website and what your thoughts are. So I looked at my notes of what I sent him. I was like, well, yeah, this because of this. You should change this because of this. And I just expanded on what I already told him. He says, sounds great. Can you help me write the copy for this and fix it up and optimize it? I was like, sure, sounds good. Afterwards, I sent him, here's some rates. And he says, cool, we'll go with package B. Cha-ching, $3,400 later. I went from getting $100 to $500 projects to $3,400. Boom. That month I did $5,000 that month. I got another welcome email years later for $1,100. The next month I do the same thing on another guy who has an e-commerce brand. I look at his emails, I look at his email marketing, I look at his e-com store that's doing 60 to 100K a month in revenue. I look at his stuff and I just tell him what to do. I just give him the entire playbook. I don't hold anything back. I don't try to hold in reserve and whatever. I just unleash it all. Do this, step 1, 2, 3. Here's the reasons why. Boom, boom, boom. This automation, this email thing. Let's grow your list this way. Let's start sending emails. Fix this with your copy. Boom, 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 boom. And you know what he says? Wow, those are all great tips. That sounds good. Do you want to do it for me? I say, sure. Here's some packages. Boom. $7,000 welcome email series. I ended up getting that guy on retainer later and made $150,000 from that one client over a few years. So this is how you land clients in 2025. If you keep doing spammy outreach and you keep copy pasting templates and you keep relying on hundreds of cold emails, cold DMs, learning aggressive sales call, aggressive sales tactics, need a portfolio, need a website first, all that crazy stuff, you're never going to land clients and you're never going to get to 10K a month. Not in 2025, not in 2026, not in 2027. Proof is everything. And when you don't have proof, you create it how you can. Easiest way to create proof, demonstrate your expertise as a copywriter and a marketer that you can make people money. How? Give them tips. Tell them what to do. Tell them what to improve. Tell them what to fix. Give them an audit. Write it up in Google Doc. Send it over to them and say, let me know what you think. And if you want to take it to the next level, here's a little sneaky secret. Go write them their first piece of copy for free. Demonstrate that you actually can write the stuff. You know the stuff and you can write it. Here's the first one. Go do one day for 1 hour a day. You're going to land a client in 30 days. How do I know? Because that's how about 70% of my students are doing it. 70% as beginners are landing the first paid client within 30 days. I don't know of a better strategy who's getting better results and faster results than that. So until you find one out there that's better than this, that's the best way you land clients as a beginner. That's how you land your first client online. That's how you land your second, your third. And as you get your first client and your second and your third, you build a case study out of that. And then you go approach these guys, you land your next client with those same audit tips, but now you drop a case study saying, I actually already did it for this guy over here, Bob, helped increase his revenue by 20% in 30 days. Help this guy, Joe, increase his conversion by 30% in 60 days. And I helped this guy. If you're interested, here's the call link. Let's hop on a call and we'll talk. And landing clients, boom, landing $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 contracts is like this after that. So that's how you do it. That's how you land your first client. That's how you get out of beginner's hell. That's how you stop wasting months and months and months of oh, why isn't this working? Why can't I figure it out? Why are these guys making money with copywriting and I'm not? Oh, copywriting must be dead. Oh, AI must have taken over. No, you just need to learn to prove yourself better in the DMs and give some upfront value without expecting anything in return. There you go. That's how you get your first client, your next client. That's how you get to 5, 10K a month. That's how you land clients as a copywriter in 2025, 2026, 27, and beyond. If you want more help landing clients, I'm going to show you my exact step-by-step outreach strategy on how to do this with Instagram above for free, which is normally, I normally charge people thousands of dollars for my one-on-one coaching for that thing. And I just show you how to do it step-by-step for free. You can watch that above. If you want even more help, you want to move quicker, I got 2 paid options below, my course and my coaching you can acquire below. And there you go. Go get some clients. It's not rocket science. You can do this.